Hello, everyone, and welcome to Overworld's News and Media platform. I'm back here today bringing you the Wildlife Week series. Every year, we celebrate Wildlife Week from October 2nd to October 8th. And we are going to bring you different topics. And I have a lot of people scheduled, a lot of good speakers scheduled for you. And we are going to look at not just wildlife in the wild, but also what we have in our urban areas, hidden treasures, hidden creeks, hidden wetlands, hidden mangrove forests, and we're bringing something which is very kind of community based, very local. In the place I live in, it's so great to bring also someone who also belongs to the same community. So the person I have today is Tarang Sarin. Hi, Tarang.
Hello. Nice
Good to have you.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
Yeah. So Tarang, there's so much to tell about him because all of us who are very close to nature in our area, which is Navi Mumbai, all of us know Tarang. Tarang has been brought up in Navi Mumbai. He has been here since he was 3 years old, and he has been trekking, he's been cycling, he's been hiking in the same areas. And if you know Navi Mumbai and specifically Kharghar, we have everything we can ask for. We have the hills, we have the creeks, we have the wetlands, we have the mangrove forest, right? Right, Tarang?
Yes, completely.
Yeah, we are, surrounded by such treasures, such beauty of nature that, let me also tell you personally that every time we have had an episode of, an opportunity of moving out of Navi Mumbai, I've refused. I want to stay here. There's so much to yet explore, even after I being here for a decade plus, and there's so much to see. So we're going to talk so much about our local community, our Kharghar over here. And so let me come back to you, Tarang. Let me just tell the audience what is the show and pattern of the show is going to be. So people look at any topic, let it be conservation, let it be minimalism, sustainability, recycle, upcycle, any topic related to nature from the prism of 4 simple steps. One is the fact check on the collective eco-anxiety we feel for the topic. Number 2 is the individual impact. Number 3 is the community transition. And number 4 is a wider ecosystem impact. So looking at the topic today, the topic being the biodiversity of Kharghar, we have Tarang here who will be opening up to what he's been up to. So let me come back to now Tarang. So Tarang, I have a question for you from the eco-anxiety we feel point of view also.
Yes.
Okay, so we have so much here and there's so much of nature around us, and still we are very insecure as people who are very fond of nature, right? Can you throw a little light on why this anxiety is there and where is it coming?
Yes. See, humans are very sensitive to nature. Humans have grown up, have evolved in nature, so they are sensitive to it. If any destruction happens to nature, we feel upset and we think that why is this happening? But inevitably, our human pressure, destructive pressure on nature is so bad that we are just left with anxiety. So just being with anxiety is not enough. You have to do something. We have to make policies. We have to implement them so that this doesn't just remain as anxiety, and this actually turns up to a good cause to save nature. Modern society has to think about it because humans have been the cause of extinction of many species since the ice ages, okay, not just now. So the modern society has to look into it that the nature is conserved and not destroyed.
Yes. So so looking at particularly the biodiversity of Kharghar, can you list 3 threats which are there for what we have? Yeah, 3 threats.
See, when we talk about threats, this is a very sensitive issue because we don't want to blame anyone or put pressure on anyone, but still, like the locals do it, villagers, fishermen, and even the Sidco does it. So many people are doing, and common citizen also, carbon footprint is there. So modern citizen want those amenities. That's why those Sitco and fishermen and everybody is doing the destruction. So everybody is hand in glove. So we have to realize that the threats in Kharghar are basically, in wetlands there is debris dumping, there is illegal fish farming, prawn farming. Then in hills, there is burning of grass and deforestation and quarrying. So quarrying is a major threat, land mass being destroyed. Then in the grasslands also debris dumping is there, burning is there. And Sidco is hell-bent upon putting up buildings everywhere in the nature sites. And turning it into a development project. So we have to put pressure as citizens. We have to change our mindset that no, the natural places and the biodiversity has a right on this earth. Okay, we are not the only beings of this planet. Like, we have to be with others also, other creatures.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much for throwing light on this, and I very much agree with all these problems, and we're always in between the forest wardens and NMMC trying to sort out these kind of issues where land is being taken over, there is illegal occupancy happening. So good. So that's where our eco anxiety, a collective eco anxiety comes from. Okay, now second, the second step of this show itself, going on to the individual impact. I think there is, Tarang itself, who's making such a huge impact in the local community, trying to document so many of our flora and fauna around, the hidden urban green patches. So looking at what Tarang has done, Tarang has documented more than 190 species of birds, right, and 45 species of butterflies and 80 species of insects and 50 species of wildflowers also, and great knowledge on the kind of migratory birds which come, kind of stay out here and then also fly back. So there's a lot known about the behavior pattern also at some times, right? And very recently, Tarang had caught on camera the Golden Jackals, right? I mean, it's such a beautiful species. So throw some light on this, Tarang, and if you have some photographs to share, you can do that also.
Yes, I'll just show you a few pics of the. So these are a few of the butterfly species that are documented in Kharghar. There are 45 species collectively in the hills, wetlands and grasslands. I have documented 80 plus species of insects in Navi Mumbai, most of them in Kharghar. Then I have documented 190 species of birds in Kharghar, collectively in all habitats. You can see the colorful nature of the birds.
Can you name a few, Tarang? Can you name a few?
This one is Oriental magpie robin. This is Stickles blue flycatcher. This is yellow-eyed babbler. This is booted eagle. This is wire-tailed swallow. So you can see the nature, painted stork, black-tailed godwit. So they are adapted to different style. These two are adapted to water lifestyle. These are adapted to hills. So yes.
Wow.
Then
so amazing. Yeah.
Then I've documented a few species of mammals in Kharghar. These are the golden jackals at the right.
Yeah.
And then there's a mongoose. Then there is Indian flying fox, which is a bat species. Squirrel is there. Then few snakes and lizards are also documented. So a lot of fauna is there in Kharghar, adapted to different habitats. So as you can see, this is a mosaic of different habitats in Kharghar, and all the species depend on it. 30 species of trees in Kharghar, like the Pamara palm tree, the Indian coral tree, the mangrove species, the haldu, the ashoka, and jamun, and then 50 species of flowering plants in Kharghar, which are like Belleria, Indarajao, cranium lily, and many other spider lily. So there's such rich variety of flora there. That's why the fauna depends on it.
Yeah, true.
So, yes, birds nest in it, insects feed on it.
Yeah,
So,
this is the entire web of life, all.
so we have to protect the native flora. What
Yes.
many people are doing is they're doing monoculture. They're planting, non-native trees in the jungle and in the streets. That won't attract the birds and insects. So that is not needed. We should
Yes.
grow native flora of this region.
Agree.
Yes.
Yes, this is so beautiful. This is, I mean, I have no words for it. This is so much of there's so much of hard work here, and at the same time, it's such a privilege to who would have for you to have experienced this and documented it later. Yeah, this is amazing.
Yes. So I'm showing here threatened species of birds found in Kharghar. They are globally threatened species according to International Union of Conservation of Nature. So these are the 9 species of birds which are threatened.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so and these are okay, the sandpiper and the godwit, the stork, ibis, stork, parakeet, darter, eagles. Are these what birds are these? Sorry.
These are black-tailed godwits.
These are the godwits. Wow. So, and are these the migratory birds, or are they typically?
Yeah, they are migratory birds. They are called waders. In their type is wader type, and they usually they have long legs and beaks. They walk on the shallow water and feed in the mud, like they feed on earthworms and crustaceans and all that. So they are in breeding plumage in this image in the month of April. So they will soon they will migrate after April to their wintering grounds in Northern Asia and Europe, and that's why they attain their breeding plumage here. And these are Pacific golden plovers, curlew sandpipers, and black-tailed godwits. So you can see these waders here in Kharghar so easily, which is very difficult to see in such good number elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a army of birds you can see.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, we are host. I think Kharghar, Navi Mumbai is host to so many of these beautiful creatures, and I think it is. We have a huge responsibility now, right, to maintain what we have as a biodiverse place.
Now these are the golden jackals.
Yeah.
You can see them. They'll be probably a pair, a male and female. They might even have a litter, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
But so they were very nervous of my presence. So I left the place in 5 minutes itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see the human pressure on wildlife.
Yes.
A mongoose.
Yeah, even we need to be careful about that.
Yeah, yeah. So these are the wetlands of Kharghar.
Yes.
You can see. So when you say about a wetland, what is a wetland? So wetland is just a place in the land where there is a depression in the land and water accumulates in it either seasonally or throughout the year. So
and these are naturally made depressions. So these are not artificial ponds or something. No. These are natural depressions for yeah. Yes.
They are completely natural depressions. They're called coastal wetland just beside the creek, and they interact a lot of birds in it. There are a lot of fishes in it. The fishermen do fishing in it. So there's a complete ecosystem and livelihood running from this place.
Yes, and this has been maintained over maybe years and generations.
Yeah, generations. Yeah.
Yes. So this is the home to so many migratory birds, so many of our flora and fauna, and it's our it's up to us. How do we kind of make it be, let it be the way it is, right?
Yes. So, and these are the hills.
Yes.
You can see the lush forest in it.
Yes.
Misty clouds and everything. Like it's like a getaway from the city. So, and it's so biodiverse, and then so many insects, so many plants, so many birds, reptiles, mammals. So we should appreciate the the mechanisms of nature as we have been appreciating since thousands of years. But modern society has to look into it that human pressure does not destroy the nature.
Yes. All right. So that was such a treat for us, Tarang. We are so unaware as the residents of this community itself, the kind of treasure we have. We are great hosts to so many of these birds which come, insects which come and visit us, and we are falling on just the migratory route to so many of these creatures and species. So I suppose now coming to the third step, let us look at community transition. What do you feel the community needs to do to get to understand what we have? It's such a beautiful the terrain we have. We have everything which we can ask for. It's a thriving ecosystem, a very biodiverse place. How do we ask the community to transition and try to understand this and balance what life, the web of life is giving us?
I'd just like to show my slides once again. I'd like to show the threats. Okay, since you are talking about community, so let the community see what it has done.
Sure.
So, yes.
Sure, that's good enough, impactful. Yeah.
You can see now.
Yes.
So these are the threats to the wetlands. You can see I'm pointing my cursor. Fishermen, they just actually we should be thankful to fishermen that because of their presence in the wetlands, CITCO is not occupying that place for residential towers. But fishermen, but talking of human pressure, nobody's friend, no human is friend to nature. Everybody is a woe. Everybody is enemy. You can see the impact of fishermen. They create such bunds in the wetlands to harvest fish and do fish culture. So it is sustainable. The birds don't get disturbed. But till what level? If you just keep on doing this, ultimately nature will get destroyed. So you can see in the right image, prawn farming is being done at sector 16, Kharghar. So this, it was a healthy wetland full of birds. Even flamingos came here, and now it is empty. It is an empty desert. So you can see the vast amounts of fishes being dead here. This happened when this above wetland was emptied for prawn farming. So you can see the biodiversity being dead here. You can see this in the right image. Construction debris is being dumped here in the wetlands. So it is harmful and toxic to the fishes also. So why is this happening? Because the main dumping ground of Kharghar is monopolized by villagers. They say that no, only we will dump here our construction debris, others cannot dump. So the policy makers have to look into this matter. Okay, so community should put pressure upon the policy makers, upon the local communities to not to act in a normal manner and just not destroy nature like that. Be more eco-friendly. And citizens and common citizens also have to reduce their footprint, reduce their spending expenditure and everything. You can see the liquor bottles in the right image. And, boating being done by fishermen. So we have complained to many authorities. Some things have stopped, or some things are not stopped, cannot be stopped. The villagers are often fined by forest department for our complaints. They are charged fines, but still they are helpless. They cannot do anything. They still continue. So this is how nature is slowly getting destroyed. In Navi Mumbai, this is not just Kharghar. In Oran, if you look, the new airport, the JNPT area, the vast amounts of wetlands full of birds are being destroyed mercilessly. They have been turned to deserts, and environmentalists are fighting for it. So whole Navi Mumbai was a paradise 20 years back when I had shifted here, but now it is just becoming hell for living beings, for the nature. And you can see the impact of human pressure. I'm trying to show both sides, the local fishermen also, the local communities, and the Sidco also. So both are hell bent upon destroying, and humans and common citizens are also part of it. So common citizens should raise their voice against such activities and make sure that the policy is implemented correctly, that nature gets preserved.
Yes, agree.
So these are the threats to the hills. You can see the burning of grass, the quarrying in the right image.
Yeah.
So you can see the below image, it was full of dry grass in the month of December. And in the month of January, the same hill got charred in black color because it was burned.
Burnt, yeah.
So what can you do of nature? Look at the sets of the grasslands. Grasslands are being treated as cricket stadiums and dumping grounds, and for making room for rallies and events. Burning of grass, dumping of debris. You can see this pile of debris is higher than the height of the man.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, that's okay. We have.
So that's all I have to share.
Yeah, yes. I think you really kind of showed us the kind of paradise we have, the kind of privilege we have to have such diverse flora and fauna. At the same time, what are we doing to it? The opposite of it. How we're trying to destroy what we have. So I think it's high time we look at urbanization from the kind of the varying lenses of being eco-friendly, trying to understand that these species have as much right on earth as much we have as humans, because we're all part of the same web of life. And so that's where we are requesting the community in Navi Mumbai, in Kharghar, to understand these threats which are there to nature and work around it. And I suppose taking from here, what is going to be the wider ecosystem impact is that, once we try to work around these threats, work around what we have created ourselves in terms of overburden of garbage dumps, or, trying to, turn a blind eye to the kind of things which happen, the threats which are created due to, in the name of urbanization. I suppose it is then we will create a pure example of how we all came together to save our local community, our local environment. And that's going to be an example to the world to watch. So that's going to be the wider impact which we will be doing. And these are simple steps taken by so many of you, including people like
Tarang. It's not just urbanization, I'd like to point. It's not just urbanization, it's even the rural communities are involved in destroying the habitats and the biodiversity. So you cannot just blame anyone or any particular person. Everybody, every human society is human beings are an enemy to nature. So modern society has to look into this impact of human pressure on nature. The policies and strategies at higher level have to be designed in such a way that nature is preserved.
Yeah, I think it's a lot to do with a lot of awareness, sensitization, and looking at even livelihoods from the point of livelihoods also, because why do the rural community try to get into something like this is also there's a lot to do with their awareness level.
Yes, It's not part that we just discuss about some community and some other community. The whole policies have to be changed for the modern human society. That nature has to be preserved. It's no way escaping that, and we cannot escape.
Yes, agree. Totally agree with you, Sarang. And there is so much to do. We will come back to you at some point of time again, looking at, even the microscopic level of going into this biodiversity. This was, just looking at it from a very superficial, we're just touching and going.
This was just a glimpse.
Yeah, this is just a glimpse. So, I mean, we need to kind of look into the, the pinhole and try to see, each of these species which come here, the kind of, the kind of, as you say, it's a Kharghar is a mosaic.
Even bird watchers and nature enthusiasts have a pressure to nature. They disturb the species there, birds there, because with their presence, they just put pressure and keep clicking images and disturb it. Where the bird is resting, the bird flies away. So we have that impact also.
Yes, so we need to also.
Yes, already the species of the earth have been documented. The local species in Kharghar or Navi Mumbai might not have been documented and have been documented by amateur photographers and bird watchers, but still they don't have a right to put pressure on the biodiversity. So every aspect of human has to be monetized and it has to be made more eco-friendly so that Earth is a better planet.
Yes, agree, totally agree. I think it's about leaving it as it is, and that's how we came to be, and we will continue to live on. So thank you so much, Tarang, for joining us today, and all the best to you. We're looking at more documentation, more looking at a lot of flora and fauna being learning through them, learning them through you. So thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.